like just like Instagram and Facebook went down today, how can we start utilizing email? Is it really profitable, and how to start utilizing it so that you have connection and a community outside of it? So this episode is actually going to be shared with my email list, which is the perfect example why it's so important. Social media is an amazing tool. Anybody who tells you like social media is horrible, they clearly haven't learned how to utilize it. And it doesn't matter. You do not have to have hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of followers. You can literally start by just having a couple hundred to a couple thousand. I started working with brands with under 1,000 followers. I know. I only have 3,600, which I love. Heart to my community, 3,600 followers on Instagram. And this is how I've utilized it and how you can start utilizing your email list. So first, utilize social media, yes, to get awareness about your business, but most importantly, use it to grow your email list. So how can you do this? There's a couple of ways. So if you want to do the non-techie way, you can literally just on the post put like DM me to get your free guide. DM me to be part of my exclusive community where I email you once a week, once a month, value that I no longer and I don't share on social media. So this is a really simple way where you can utilize literally your DMs. And let's be real, when we have a smaller following or our community is not used to engaging with us outside of social media, the DMs that are going to come through are going to be little. It's not going to be like a lot of them coming through. So you can go ahead and do this. There's also things that you can pay for. Like there is ManyChat. I have never used it. I have no interest in using it. I will do a separate episode on that, but there are different platforms that you can utilize. You can pay like $15 to like $30 a month where people can automatically just put in the word underneath. Like for example, newsletter underneath, which I would not use, but newsletter underneath, and automatically it sends them and puts them in your email list, the link to sign up. So those are the ways that I will utilize it organically. Just use your DMs when you do a post, put in a keyword or, comment newsletter to get signed up to my, exclusive community outside of social. And people will sign up who really are interested in the value that you give. And I think it's really important that you're also very intentional with your word. Your word is everything, okay? In a world where we feel like sometimes people are just trying to sell us things, whatever is to their best benefit, it's really important that you keep your word. So if you're really going to give your community access to things that you don't share on social, this is the place to do it. It's inside of your email list, and that's how you can start growing. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, okay, so you want to start growing your email list using social media. How can you do it if you're a little more tech savvy? So you can use the link in the bio, and what you can do on there, as much as people complain that like that doesn't work, it does. It grows my email list week after week. Just having on their free PDF guides or ebooks, however a checklist, anything that you can actually do in exchange of value for the email. It's really important that you give value. And I know it can be really scary when you're like, oh my gosh, I have to give value for free. Yes, because that's going to be so powerful. If you're giving them that for free, they're going to want to stay connected to your community. You're already building that trust. I have opted in so many freebies because it looked amazing. And when I get the free thing, I'm like, what is this? It's a waste of my time. I immediately unsubscribe. And that's when I know there's not a lot of value in it. So for me and all my freebies, I always give knowledge and things that I wish I would have known years ago when I started. This has taken experience. This has taken failures in my own journey. So I really wanted to share that with you, that if you're going to create something in exchange for an email, like a freebie, make sure it's really valuable, because if it's not, it's going to cause unsubscribes, not just from an email list, but also from your social media, because you're not giving value. If you're not willing to give, how are you willing to be in their inbox where they're going to be checking every week or every month to keep in touch with them? It's not going to happen. So I think that's a really big misconception, that you just create a freebie and an opt-in and your email is going to grow significantly. Like, no, if there's no value in there, that's going to cause like a big friction. You're not going to see your email list growing. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 on growing your email list outside of social media. You need to talk about it. Sometimes I feel like a broken record and I'm like, I hope I'm not annoying them, but I always do this, and I'm going to share with you how to do it in a fun way. Share what is actually like the freebies that you have. People forget. So right now there's a lot of news with the whole Pinterest thing. So I have a really helpful Pinterest guide that I wish people would have given me for free. A lot of the information I give in that guide, people have to pay and get into programs to even learn. And I really wanted to start because that's just a stepping stone. That's not the whole formula to actually utilizing Pinterest in a way that's going to grow your business and grow your email list and grow your traffic, right? You have to do it with other strategies in place. But that's a big pillar stone that I feel a lot of people miss out on and that you shouldn't have to pay. So that is my freebie on Pinterest. I have other people that only want to know about my mobile salon. How does Celeste have a licensed mobile salon in California? How can I do that as well? I have a freebie for that. So you see, I know exactly where my clientele, where my ideal client avatar, the person that I'm actually talking to is at and what they're interested in. Then there's also the other people, and I really wanted to make mention of this when you create your freebies and growing your email list, like you have to announce it. So share, hey, remember there's the free, if you want to start using Pinterest for your beauty business, there's the freebie, click the link right underneath my name. You can go ahead and there and access it, and literally you can do that after this YouTube video. I really have the links there. So you can do it in a way that is authentic. Like I just shared with you really what's inside of that freebie. Like that was not made up things. Like that's the reality of it. With my mobile salon, there's information there that took me months. It may look so simple and people may be like, that's all she gave. That took 3 to 5 months to get all that information together. That would have made my process so much easier if I would have known. So I give those type of information. I give that type of value because I want to be helpful. I want you to know that I really have your best interest at heart, and I'm willing to share with you what I've had to learn the hard way, wasting time and hours in research. So do the same thing for your clients. Your clients may not be beauty professionals. Your client may be totally different than mine. So think about your client and don't be scared that, oh my gosh, Celeste, but you're asking me to specialize and only talk to one client. I'm going to deter other people. No, you're not. I want us to think about harmony between life and business. You are probably not friends with everybody in your town, and that's okay. Think about the same mentality when you go on social media. You're not going to be for everybody, and that's beautiful. You're only going to attract the community and the people that need to be around you. So be very, start changing that mindset of oh my gosh, I'm going to repel people. That's beautiful. That's part of the harmony of having a business. You're not for everybody. Right now, the Starbucks is being boycotted for, other reasons. Maybe Dutch Bros. Maybe you're a Dutch Bro person. Maybe you're an Acre Coffee. If you don't live in Petaluma or around Sonoma County, you may not know what Acre Coffee is. And that's what I mean. Each business has their own thing of who they're attracting, right? And I think it's so important that we start thinking about it that way. Target is not for everybody. Walmart is not for everybody. And we are not for everybody either. So let's really start reframing that. So share about your values, right? So where it said you're going to be sharing it. So how often should you be sharing this? At least once a week. Some people share it every day. I couldn't do that, but you're welcome to. So once a week sounds amazing. You can do it in a simple way, just within a story and a post, you reading it, holding the handout, actually physically printed out, different things that you can do it in a fun, interactive way. You do not have to sell it. It's just really people need to know what's in it for them. And if you're able to communicate that very precisely, what they're going to get out of this, they will go ahead and grab it. So that's another way that you can do that. So now let's talk about how can you make money with your email list. So you can actually give them information when there's a new program coming out, when you're offering new services or products in your business. It's really an engaged community. Instead of just relying on the 1 or 3% that are going to see your post on Instagram or Facebook, you can actually rely on a community that opens your emails. Now, I know this number may be a little bit higher than what it really is, but my email rate right now to open rate is 48 to 52%. So that means that out of all the emails I send out, 48 to 52% of people are opening up those emails. I know on social media and Instagram, there's no way that all my content is getting to 48 or 52% of my audience. It's just not. So I have really relied a lot on email marketing. It's just really also like, aside from just making sales, it's really important so you can actually talk to a community that is engaged with you, that actually sees you as an expert, and they can answer back to you what they are looking for. And sometimes it's not just only asking about what they're looking for, but also they see you as the expert. You are their guide. So it's things so important that I can connect with them in a different level. In my email list, I share things I do not share on social media. Why? Because it's a community that I've built. It's a place where I feel like everybody's part of this big family, and I can be real more open-hearted with them. I'm able to have a conversation. It's not just a one-way sharing information. It's a two-way. We can have communication, reach back and forth through the emails, through the DMs. It just has built such a beautiful community and family through email that I never imagined that would happen through email marketing. So if you're holding yourself back and you're like, I want to do this, but is it going to work? It will work. It takes time, so don't judge yourself. I know sometimes we see people and experts in the industry that have 100,000 followers, and they have like 50,000 people on their email list, 200,000 people on their email list, and we get discouraged. But it's not about the amount of people in your email list. It's about who is in your email list. So really remember that. Lastly, let's talk about the tech, because I know tech is going to come up. I've used many different softwares, so here we go. I've used MailChimp, I've used ConvertKit, I've used Kajabi email marketing system, and my favorite, okay, because I will tell you why, is Flowdesk. So I have Flowdesk and I really love it, and if you want to try it out, I have a 50% off for a whole year, so it's only $19 a month, so you can check that out. This is why I love Flowdesk. I love Flowdesk because they have templates. So you literally can, if you have no idea what to write, you can go on there and it has like sales email templates or like welcome to my community email templates that you can then customize, change the pictures, and make it your own. I love this because it really helps me. I am the type of person that I may do very amazing things on video and I get very comfortable on video and audio. But when it comes to writing, I don't know what happened. I think after high school, I got into English 1A, which is like the highest college level English. I was going to go to junior college after high school, which I did not. And now Celeste has grammatical errors all the time. So for me, Flowdesk has been life-changing. I just love the templates. I love that I can customize it, keep a cohesive brand beyond my logos and my colors. Also, my voice feel, you can add in like GIFs on there, like those funny meme videos. You can add that to your email list. You can really personalize it, and it's so fun. It did take a little bit of a learning curve, but honestly, out of all the other platforms that I share with you today, this one was the one that I was really able to learn really fast and really be able to take advantage. So no matter if you don't want to use Flowdesk, you want to use your own other email marketing software, I really recommend 3 things. Okay, number 1, keep your brand essence cohesive. So your essence is what people feel when you're not around, or what people say they feel when they're around you in your business. Okay, so you want to be able to communicate that in your emails. Number 2, keep your brand colors and your font cohesive. Why? And your imagery, your photos. Okay, in your videos, keep that cohesive as well. Why am I saying this? Because when people open my emails now, and it took years of learning, so nobody told me this, I've learned this the hard way, people know that it's coming from me. You probably will see 3 different components in my emails, and I have done on purpose. Although I'm not there physically in person with you, and some of my email subscribers, actually most of them, have never really met me in person one-on-one, I still want to convey what it is to be around me. If you were sitting here at my house next to me in the couch, what would it be about? What is like my essence? What do I portray? Like, who am I? I'm a very introverted person, but I love having fun. I love people say bubbly about me. There's people that really like my voice. There's people that really like my mannerisms, the way I'm on video. Everybody has their own thing, why they connect with me. I'm also a mom, so, I have that kind of nurturing type of part of my personality. So it's so important that you do not have to be like me. You do not have to be like the biggest educator in your industry or in the beauty industry. It's so important that you are you. People are going to be attracted by who you are, what you do, what your values are, what you stand for, what your essence is. And I love the word essence because it reminds me of a candle. There's probably scents that you love about candles, and there's probably scents that you hate about candles. The same thing goes with your business, and that's what you can do with email marketing. I will put in the notes if you want to check out more about Flowdesk, or go find there's lots of other free email subscribers. But most importantly, keep it simple, get started, and stop relying solely on social. As beautiful as it's been to get me out there to work with brands and get clients, don't solely rely on it. Don't rely on social media. Don't solely rely on Google My Business. Don't solely rely on one thing, because things happen, tech happens, things go down. And I hope this was super helpful for you. So feel free to join the community and subscribe, or, go ahead and follow this show. And I will see you back here next week. Bye, love.